I can't believe I'm making another rant video again, but seeing that I'm the only person who seems to inform everyone about Mellon and her actions, I feel like it's best for me to persevere until all of this is over. Before we start though, seeing as I rarely make any rants in this account, I decided to make a rant layout. Pretty cool, huh? And like always, a disclaimer. This video contains topics that are very sensitive to younger viewers. If you're under the ages of 13 to 15, please click off this video for your safety. And another thing, don't attack or harass anyone mentioned in the video. It's stupid, it's dumb, and I don't know why anyone thinks it's a good idea. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. First of all, why would you think that's a good idea? And second of all, it's not gonna put out the fire. It's just gonna make it bigger and worse. This whole video, as well as others related to Mellon, are meant to spread awareness, not a way to attack others. Thank you. And now we can get to the main topic of this video, Mellon's behavior when it comes to both her fan base and her friends. I might put in my own experiences too, as I was also a friend of hers before I didn't want to associate myself with her and cut ties. Although we were just acquaintances, I was never close with her that much. How she treats her friends is honestly very hard to ignore, even considering her ex-friends, Choco and Jackie, are sort of similar with their experiences, mostly from the fact she harasses them over their character fixations, Luz and Beavis respectively, though for Jackie she doesn't seem interested in him anymore. The most you could see this is in her desensitization stream, which is currently unlisted, but with luck, we managed to archive it. In this live, where in 2720, she compared her current situation with Choco's grooming.
I sort of felt the same way that Choco did when they were groomed.
The dead Tanuki banner and profile picture. And most importantly, this video. Which is just trying to guilt trip her friends and fan base, even saying that she has no friends anymore from that. It's honestly very uncomfortable to see, especially with her comparing someone being groomed with her situation, which is just plain insensitive. Not only that, she doesn't really seem to care when people, especially her close friends, do make art for her. For example, with the comfort/empathy art they've made, some having tags by the way, you'd think she'd respond with kindness and thanking them for caring at least once, but no, she just ignores it. Especially this one from Whitney Go Lucky. The only reply she gave was just a correction, not even noticing the art or thanking her, just nothing. Even after Whitney replied to her comment, still nothing. It's like she never cared. Actually, most of these are related to Whitney and Mellon's friendship that I've seen to notice over time. Firstly, with the art ratio. Whitney has made a lot of art related to her. Makes sense as they've been best friends for years. She's made exactly 22 pieces of art on her DeviantArt, 13 with the Claire Rabbit 1 username, and 9 for the Usaneko Melon Buttons username /Melon. She even has a favorite playlist just for her, which really shows how much she truly cares about her. But with Mellon's side, absolutely nothing. No mentions of her or her art. Heck, not even favoring her art on DeviantArt. I've checked her favorites and seen who favorited Whitney's art related to Mellon. Literally none. It really does bring up a red flag. Mellon even made birthday art for her ex-friend who doesn't even want to talk to her anymore, while her closest friend, who really cares about her, gets nothing. Secondly is related to one of Mellon's posts about the Oscars. That being about how K-pop Demon Hunters won instead of Zootopia 2. Whitney does like the movie and she respects Mellon's opinion of not liking it, which bless her heart. But Mellon has been very aggressive over her hatred in the other replies. One of the comments she said that, and I quote, "I wouldn't say that K-pop Demon Hunters is brain rot, but it annoys and triggers a lot of my friends." And one of those said friends has made art of the characters before. I even wondered if Mellon was even aware that Whitney liked K-pop Demon Hunters, especially on Instagram. That was when I stumbled upon a website called Dolphin Radar, where it has the option where you could see which users liked someone's post, and you could even search for a specific user within the likes. So, putting in Whitney's username, I checked her post related to K-pop Demon Hunters and searched up Mellon's username. Nope, nada, zilch, nothing. She's not even aware. And then I remembered, oh, Whitney also made birthday art for her on her Instagram where she tagged her. Maybe I should check those. Maybe she liked them. After all, it was her birthday. And soon after, I immediately spoke too soon. Then I thought once again, oh right, there's different usernames. Surely those accounts liked it. Nope, still nothing. Seriously, you have one of your closest friends make you this, and you still wouldn't pay attention to it. In fact, from Blake's experience, who made birthday art for her back in 2025, she said, and I quote, "This is the kind of birthday art I want." I'm sorry? This is just a very weird response, especially when getting fan art. But that does explain why she doesn't seem to notice Whitney's art anyway. Heck, even I'm kind of an example here. When I started being acquaintances with Melon, I offered to redesign her main crushes and her main soda in Gacha Life too. Since I was more experienced in my gacha designs, I wanted to make it match with the official illustrations. She reacted very positively, and I even gifted her the offline codes for the designs. But did she use them considering how much she loved them? No. No, she did not. So practically the designs I made were just a nothing burger to her. She has extreme favoritism over the fact she seems to give more attention to other artists. Choco. Because literally those videos are just copied out with them. She only seems to seek interest in other people who are complete strangers to her than her own social circle of her closest friends. Heck, I even forgot Arrow was one of Mellon's friends. Do you know how long you have to not be mentioned in her videos for you to be forgotten as a friend? Like, no matter how much you comment on her posts, still I forgot you were in her social circle, which says a lot about how Mellon treats her friends. They seem to comment unrelated stuff in Mellon's posts. I mean, not that it bothers me, but then this comment came to my attention. Why are there so many unrelated comments on your posts? I don't even know. Mellon, most of those unrelated comments are from your friends who just want to talk to you. Are we being for real? Just look, Mellon, if you want to say that you don't care about your friends that much, just say it already because it's getting pretty obvious with how you're acting. And it's not just her friends. Practically her fan base gets the same dry treatment too. There was another comfort drawing made for Mellon by another user, but she didn't comment on it. But she was tagged, so she would have seen it, but no response. And then there's this comment. This is what I meant when I said I wanted your old personality back. You should have used Kumi. Kumi's been alone for like 10 weeks. Oh, this. Again, a dry response. You could have at least explained why you haven't used them for a while. Heck, even I pointed it out the first time I made a rant about you, and yet you never gave us an answer. And lately with the drama, she's denying any support and comfort and only focused on the negative side of her drama. I mean, she'd rather focus on people hating her rather than using this to change herself. And most of these people are genuinely worried about her mental health. And yeah, I could see that. She was in a literal psychosis and indulging in her delusions, even thinking that King was her long-lost dead brother. She's the same person who said that fiction doesn't affect reality when this whole instance is literally just that. I think that's all I really had to say much. Not sure if this will get like the same kind of impact as my 2 videos, and my throat's kind of starting to hurt, but only time will tell. Hope you guys enjoyed of me yapping the whole time. Bye!